Hello, my name is LaShawn Philpott. Thank you for joining me today. I am sitting here with Holly, who played the role of Mia in Beechwood Falls. Thank you so much for being here with me today, Holly.
Thank you for having me, LaShawn.
Well, I want to ask you, what is it about this particular project that piqued your interest?
Well, I was really drawn to the character of Mia and, her relationship with Jericho as well. Like, I have a good guy friend back home that reminded me of that same situation. And she also seems like somebody with, like, a really good head on her shoulders, somebody who knows where they're going in life. And I like to think that I'm that person as well, so I felt like I could relate to her and to the story as well.
Okay. So then tell me more. What is it about, can you tell me about the role of Mia and, how you connected with it?
Yeah, so Mia to me is a young lady in college who knows what she wants to do with her life. She knows how she wants to get there, and she's really focused on her priorities. She's not getting caught up in the mix of whatever else is going on, especially for young people in college. So, um, that kind of reminded me of myself. Like, I always knew I wanted to be an engineer, so I went to college and I focused on that. And, I had fun too, but I made sure, I got my degree and graduated with a job as well. So, even though she was more interested in like law and going into like a law internship, I remember like when I was in college, I did like engineering internships. So, just, switching the field, but like, similar mindset of just focusing on being a professional woman and, yeah, just making good decisions in life.
Okay, so how did you prepare for the role?
How did I prepare for the role? Well, my sister, she like kind of unfortunately has to help me with my acting a lot. So I will come to her and be like, hey, this is how I'm gonna do this audition, or this is how I'm gonna do this self tape or whatever. And so I'll do it for her, and then she'll be like, that doesn't seem right. I think you should do it more like this, or like this seems more like you. So she helps me a lot in like grounding me and like getting back to like myself in the role and not like trying to act like a character to make sure like I'm still acting like myself. So I definitely think she helped me in like practicing with her. I also like to practice in front of the mirror so I know how I'm looking. So those two things really did help me the most, other than just me trying to reflect on myself and how I was when I was that age.
Okay,
So
good to know.
yeah.
So what was your favorite part about shooting Beechwood Falls?
Ooh. Um, well, the rehearsals were a lot of fun because I felt like that really helped me to get to know everyone else and then really get to understand the character. Because a lot of times with acting, like you don't have rehearsals or you might just have one and then you go film. So I really appreciated that we had multiple rehearsals to like fine tune everything and work with everybody. Um, so that was probably one of my favorite parts, other than just actually the weekend that we filmed. That was a lot of fun, just getting to spend time with everyone and being on camera. Even though it was very hot that weekend, I still enjoyed it, and it's probably one of my favorite memories of this year. So probably
Okay.
the weekend we filmed, yeah.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself as an actress and what made you decide to take this career path.
Okay, yeah. Well, I started acting last year. Um, I've always wanted to do it, but like I mentioned earlier, like, I wanted to be an engineer, so I focused on that, um, and didn't really do anything with the arts. But then last year I was like, I still want to be an actress, so I'm gonna give it my best shot. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't, but at least I tried. So I started taking acting classes and putting myself out there on like backstage and whatnot. And I came across this. This was like the second project I've ever been a part of. Um, and it's been amazing for me. Like, the weekend we were on camera, that was like um, my second on camera experience, but definitely like my biggest at that point. And that was so much fun, and it taught me a lot. So I'm just excited to continue acting and continuing to be a part of this project.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, what would you say is something special that you brought to your role, the character of Mia?
Hmm. I think that Mia is a very sweet girl. You know, like I mentioned, she's not trying to be in the mix. She's not trying to be messy. She might even be a little oblivious. And if I'm being honest with myself, I think those things are me. So I think that like being able to like be myself and then like still naturally just kind of align with like who she naturally um, is probably one of the better things that I brought to the role rather than it being a facade or me trying to be a certain character. So I think that, you know, she can be nice, she can be kind of nerdy at times, um, sweet, and, you know, maybe kind of oblivious. Maybe she's not quite sure of how to be cool. But yeah, I think that like a little bit of that is me, or at least who I was when I was younger and more focused on school rather than, you know, being young and turnt. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. And how was your experience working with the writer and visionary Shantae Clark and the rest of the cast and crew members?
I had an amazing experience. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Shantae was very nice and welcoming. So was everyone else. Um, it really feels like a family being a part of this project, and it feels like we're all like growing together. So yeah, it feels good. It feels like everybody's where they're supposed to be, and we're all just like on this journey together. So yeah, I'm really glad and grateful for the opportunity, and glad that, you know, I'm here and that we do have this great bond. But yeah, everybody gets along very well from my perspective. Like, even if you watch, there might seem to be some dynamics that aren't great, but like everyone is so sweet to each other, and like, yeah, I've made some friends here for sure.
Glad to
Yeah.
hear that. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sitting here with me today, Holly, and giving the people a little bit more about you. It was nice to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks.
Want more from the Beechwood Falls cast? Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Stay tuned for Beechwood Falls, airing in 2025.